Welcome to the Viking Voice. I'm your host for the day, Xylo O'Dwyer, and we have a very special episode for you today with the NT Culinary ProStart Team. They've won states 2 years in a row, placing 14th in nationals during the 2025 competition and 13th during nationals in 2026. Here with me we have
Samantha Richards,
Alexis Linstad,
and Chef Capraro.
To start off, let's talk about just what ProStart is. How does it operate after schools, and just what's the general feel for it?
ProStart is a high-speed culinary cooking competition. It has hospitality management as well. You have 1 hour to cook 3-course meal with no running water and no electricity.
And how does it operate after schools as a club? What do you guys do? How does the routine feel normally? Just tell us more about what the community is like, really.
Yeah. So we practice Tuesdays and Thursdays after school every day. We set up the exact same way would be how we compete. We weigh out everything, all of our ingredients. We measure everything. We practice our introductions, and we practice exactly how we compete.
All right. Last year in 2025, you guys won the states competition and then placed 14th in nationals. What was the team like last year, and what did you hope would be different this year, and just how did you prepare for it?
Well, this year we really wanted to be in the top 10. Unfortunately, we got 13th, but we're still pretty proud of that because we can be missing 10th place by 300ths of a point. So with training this year, we definitely looked back at what the judges said to us last year. Every single comment we took to heart. Organization, we had every single bin bucket labeled with a tool checklist on the outside. Everything was labeled for app, entree, dessert. Our team manager even had a color-coordinated timing sheet. They had to speak. They knew exactly when to speak, and they have to say heard every single time. So as far as the training, it was a lot more intense this year because they knew what to expect. They knew what was coming this year, and they were able to really take that and run with it, because normally as the instructor, we have to teach a new team, every single team, every year, how to exactly, you need to measure it out in grams. They want you to be exact. You need to make sure your station's clean. All of these things are something you learn over time. It's not something that just can happen. So these guys really, 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 the first day of school, were what are we doing? How are we doing this? And let's get it done. And they were running, and they went with it right off the bat, and they were probably the most dedicated team I've ever had in my 7 years of doing this competition. They are, and it's not probably, they are.
And this year is the second year you guys have made it to nationals. So tell me, how does being able to pull that off, just getting to nationals twice, how does that affect how you guys will operate next year?
Oh boy. We're a little scared next year, honestly, but I know we still have Jill, our team manager from this year. She can't technically compete, but she's on our mentor list, so we are allowed to have one mentor go to the competition, and if we go to nationals again, she is allowed to attend nationals. She just can't actually be on the competition floor. So we at least have her, but it is a whole new team. So it's going to be a big undertaking, but thankfully these guys did such a good job roping other kids in that we have freshmen already lined up that want to be on the team. They made it more fun, exciting, welcoming. I mean, they got to come to practices and eat every single time, but they did dishes and helped clean up, and they are so excited. We actually had one, Miles, he actually came down to Baltimore on his birthday to watch the team, one of our freshmen. So huge shout out to Miles, because that was pretty awesome that he's already that dedicated. But they did that. They showed him what you needed to do, and he definitely is on their side and wants to be just like them. So we can't wait for that.
Yeah, and that is an absurd amount of dedication and commitment. And sometimes that can just be really stressful. And for you guys specifically as students, how stressful is it to balance out culinary as a shop and ProStart and your academics, and just how do you deal with that?
I feel that it's very complicated to do both at the same time, but I feel like if you have the passion to do that, you want to do both, then you can get it done. I mean, we all feel like as a team, when we had something hard or like we needed a work assignment done, we would let them take the time to like get the work assignment and then do our practice after, which helps a lot because I feel like the team and our teachers helped us a lot to be able to get our work done and be able to come down to practice early and make the excuse and help us a lot, I feel like.
And I'll ask each of you in a row because I know this is different for everyone. This, like, memories are a strong thing, but what is a favorite team memory each of you have had in the years that you've been doing ProStart?
Mine has to be when our whole team was standing in the lobby of the hotel at Nationals. We had all of our equipment ready to go in and get it checked out, and our nerves were very strong, but we started singing the Backstreet Boys. And it started off being very quiet, and then it turned into the whole lobby singing it with us. That was pretty awesome.
Amazing.
I'm stealing yours. I would say the first time we ever won was like, it was really good. It was really cool, and we all like just were like so proud of ourselves that we won.
Yeah.
I guess for me, this year when they finished their competition was just the best feeling I've ever had. They did everything they needed to do. They executed everything flawlessly. They even finished with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock, with nothing left on their tables. Immaculate sanitation was awesome. And knowing that they did every single thing that they trained for, watching them raise their hands up at that 2 minute, 36 second marker left, I just burst into tears. I could not have been more proud of them. They worked so hard for this, and to see them succeed in what they trained to do, as a teacher, that's everything you hope and wish for. So that for me is definitely, I think, my favorite memory.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me on the podcast today. We're very excited to have you, and we're very excited to promote ProStart for next year. So I hope you guys all have a good day, and thank you for watching here on Viking News Network. Here with me we have
Jillian Cambridge.
Colby Hebert. Tyler Zerbinopoulos.
To start us off, let's talk about ProStart. What exactly is it, and how does it operate after schools?
So ProStart is a culinary competition where you have an hour in a 10 by 10 square to cook a 3-course fine dining meal. You have no running water, no electricity, and only 2 butane burners. Nothing battery operated. And we run it after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. For a couple of hours, we usually got out by around 5. We put in, I think I did the numbers, it was like 115 hours over just this year.
That's a lot. And it's definitely paid off, because last year in 2025, you won the state's competition. You placed 14th. And in Nationals, you placed 14th. And then this year, you placed 13th in Nationals. And what was it like last year, especially? And how did you hope it would be different from this year? And what did you do to prepare?
To prepare, we took in all of our critiques that we got last year. We moved a couple of people around. Tyler used to
Yep.
be our floater, and we put him on our appetizer, making Sam our floater. I actually switched jobs with Sam. She used to be the captain last year, and this year I was because she wanted to give cooking a chance. Go ahead.
I mean, I didn't really change much. I've done the entree 2 years in a row. Alexis also stayed the same, but everybody else kind of shuffled around a little bit.
And now that you've made it to nationals 2 years in a row now, and that's a pretty big deal. How does being able to pull that off affect how you think it'll operate next year?
So next year, because everyone else is seniors, they'll be graduating. I am a junior, but I am not allowed to compete next year. I am allowed to mentor, but it's going to be a little different because you're finding new kids who need to find a flow and how to work together, who can be in charge of what, and just how everyone's fits together in the square.
And you guys as well, before you eventually leave for college and whatever you might do afterwards, what do you think you could do to pull in more kids for ProStart before you leave?
Well, we already have a few people interested because they would see our practices, come stay after, watch us cook, and try some of our food. And it gives inspiration to some of our students that are open to trying new things and challenges.
All right. And of course, like, just doing this all the time, especially like 2 years in a row, being able to get to where you are now, it's a lot of dedication and it's a lot of stress. And I just am curious, how stressful is it to balance out being in culinary as a shop and then ProStart and then also your academics, and then how do you handle it?
I myself, a lot of our competitions happen to be on my academic weeks, so I did miss work. I had to put in those extra hours to get it done, but if it's something you really want to do, it's so worth it. I mean, academics are always an important thing, but it's something, culinary is my passion, something I want to do later in my life, so just having to take those extra time to do it didn't matter to me. So
finally, what's just a favorite memory that each of you have and over the years that you've done ProStart?
One of my favorites is when our first year there, we didn't really know the schedule and how much time we would have had. So we found out that we had almost a whole day. We decided to go to the aquarium, which is right across the street. The National Aquarium was great. We all just went together. It was just super fun, relaxing. It took our mind off of it, our anxiety a little bit, but I loved it.
Yeah, a personal memory for me that kind of just sticks by. I mean, this year we went to a boat area. We drive around on a boat. Me and Tyler.
Yeah, we were whipping around the boats. And,
yeah.
It was a tiny little speedboat thing.
Wasn't it a pirate ship?
It was had a little pirate ship thing over it, a little motorboat.
But how about you? What about a favorite memory that you might have from ProStart?
That one was definitely a fun one. I remember me and Colby got into a little disagreement, and I had a little water bottle, threw it at him. That was a funny memory.
Also have to say, one was when we won states the first time. It was shocking because no one at Nashoba Tech have ever done that, even with Chef C doing it for multiple years. So we kept hearing the names come up, and we were like, okay, maybe we got fourth. And then we were like, oh, maybe we was second. Maybe we did that good. And it, honestly, I think it caught us all off guard. But it was great. Everyone grabbed each other, and we ran on up. I'm pretty sure a couple of us teared up.
Maybe cried a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my other favorite memories was this year at Gillette. I won a Next ProStart Chef Award, which was also a nice accolade for myself. But while I was taking the picture, one of my Chef Nick, I called him up on stage and we took a picture with him. That was amazing.
Oh, should we talk about the chocolate milk, man?
Not the chocolate milk.
Yo, no.
Not the chocolate.
What's the chocolate milk?
Colby likes to drink chocolate milk with a cocoa powder rim.
And a lime.
With ice cubes. With ice cubes.
You gotta drink it before it curdles.
We became friends with the team from Alaska, their instructor. She came with us to an event we went to, and honestly somehow crazily bonded over lime chocolate milk.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So
That's
It was weird.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
Gross.
It was a weird conversation.
disgusting. But I think that's going to be all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Again, this has been the Culinary ProStart team at Nashoba Tech. Thank you guys so much for joining. I will see all of you in the next episode.